Or it could be something he gained control of, like himself. If he's finally defined himself as a strangler, he may just be practicing, perfecting his style. He may have awakened.
Okay, what do we know about the unsub based on the two bodies we do have?
Typically, torture falls into two categories, sadistic and functional.
There's no evidence of sexual contact.
That we know of.
According to the coroner, the cause of death is venom from hundreds of internal spider bites.
They were literally trying to eat their way out of the victim.
Marks on the bones are consistent with the same thing.
Torture victims.
We're looking for a hitman.
Don't all troopers have to have an electronic logging device on board?
Yes, I knew that too. We know so many things. They do that to observe legal shipping requirements, and the device on Gibbons' truck was turned off.
As fanatical as he pretends to be, he wouldn't file a lawsuit.
Or organize labor unions.
Signs of sexual assault and no sign of theft.
Petty theft.
What about school records? The victims from the first crime scene determines the university. Maybe the leader was there too.
It's great. Look for students who study Native American cultures extensively.
We need to do it all. With this second strike, it could be a spree.
But we've just given Minton reason to believe that some faction of the ADU may have taken matters into their own hands. So the drugs tapped into the rage but didn't cause it.
That's my guess.
That's consistent with information we just received from the lab tox screens. They didn't find any trace of PCP or any other drug, indicating the unsub was intentionally trying to make people violent. But they did find traces of rohypnol in all the victims.
A central nervous system depressant. It's similar to Valium, only 10 times more potent. It's commonly known as a roupie or a gate rape drug.
I've alerted all news outlets that we'll be holding a press conference in 10 minutes. Shows a lot of patience.
And intent to do harm as well as weapons of destroy.
Extreme isolation around me for timeline.
So they couldn't even send through the mail. The bomber had to deliver them himself.
Yeah, it's going to commit an act of terrorism. Why go to all this trouble to kill these two people?
I'm not seeing any traffic cameras here.
How's he watching?
Garcia just sent a list over of all the unsolved rapes and murders in the past 3 years. There are two that are particularly interesting.
You can't hold a suspect indefinitely with no evidence.
Not indefinitely. 48 hours.
We need to know more about how he robs the banks and who he chooses to victimize.
Why these banks, why these victims?
Unsub's Prince of DNA were all over the place. He didn't wear gloves, even left the knife behind his back door.
And no forensic or criminal sophistication.
Kay was killed outside of a massage parlor, which you went to every Tuesday.
2 offenders.
Signature indicates these women had the same killers. We just need to figure out who the hell they are.
We know all his tricks. We're not going to give him a list.
You were right, he was a cop.
For 9 months. When they found out he lied about the discharge, they kicked him out.
The unsubs were headed east towards Georgia 2 weeks ago, but something triggered them to change directions and head west.
Whatever the reason, that likely affected the outcome.
I have to say that the submissive partner is in any way pure or innocent in this exchange.
Three months ago, a fire in the Shadyside Rec Center killed 14 children.
He apologized.
They just don't apologize. They gloat me. They don't apologize.
That guy's not a sadist. We got that part of the profile wrong.
He doesn't derive any sadistic pleasure from these fantasies. They're more like a compulsion.
All the SKs are so rare, we haven't been able to build a standard profile. Here's what we do know. They're always male, they frequently have law enforcement or military experience, and they always contact the police immediately.
These locations taken closer.
You get anything from this car?
It's a red 2-seat Maserati.
Of course.
Both victims were young single moms who had shot a son and lived in neighboring counties. They must be soulmates. They cross racial lines, so it's got to be about single moms.
I think I see a look for a connection between the brothers. Maybe so.
Nothing here says these victims were targeted. So far, they appear random. An area like this, and that's a fake injury, claim for loss of life. Whatever it is, they would need to be witnessing most potential victims in short time. To the same area despite increased patrols here. To justify that risk, he must have a very personal touch.
Judging by the lacerations, non-sub was really pissed off with this victim.
So much so he missed something. Hey, do you have an ICM scanner?
This owner wasn't kidding. Almost all of these guys had a citation for lewd behavior against the women here. They'd be warned once, and then they'd be fired if it happened again.
I wouldn't mess with her.
Afraid of a woman, huh?
Shoot, I'd be afraid of her.